Here's an exercise demonstration video for the supported row. We call this one the supported row because you're going to be grabbing a weight and picking it straight up from the floor while the other hand is supported. I have the keg for support today, but this could be a weightlifting bench or a sturdy piece of furniture in your own house. When you do this one, we want to take a position where we have 2 points of support on the floor with our feet, 1 point of support on the object. This is what makes it a supported row. And then the other arm is going to be pulling that weight straight up towards us here, vertical against gravity. When you do the bench supported row, make sure that you pull this weight more towards your hips rather than pulling it towards your armpit. When I bring it to my armpit, the elbow flares out to the side and the shoulder usually shrugs upward as we try to pull the weight from the floor. We want to pull the weight towards the hip so that this shoulder stays down away from the earlobe rather than shrugging up as we pull upward. When you do this one, it's useful to take a two-stage movement and to pinch the shoulder blade first and then pull with the arm. Release the arm and then release the shoulder blade. Make sure that as you do this, you're understanding the dexterity required to pull the shoulder blade first and then pull with the arm. It's also acceptable for you to pull this shoulder blade into place and keep it there as you're pulling multiple reps with the arm. Remember in the supported row that your support shoulder should also be kept in a sturdy position. So with the hand that's on the object, we want to push strongly but not lose the shoulder forward. And we want to also try to create external rotation so we have that safety in the shoulder joint. So with my hand that's on the object here, I don't want to be pushing away so far that my shoulder has rounded forward. I want to retract that shoulder blade, rotate the hand. Remember that no movement will happen, so the result is stability. Now I'm really locked in order to pull this weight vertical in that rowing motion. I'll do a few reps on the other side now so you can see the other shoulder. Remember, when we set ourselves up here, we stagger the stance a little bit, so the lifting arm has the leg a little bit further back. Once you're in position, remember that this shoulder can't be protracted. We don't want to be out here. We want to retract that shoulder, and now we're ready to retract and row on the other side. With a kettlebell, it's the same story, shoulder blade, and then pulling the arm for the two-stage movement. And now you can also do the retraction, keep it retracted for multiple reps. Here's a good vantage point of it. If you watch the strip of red fabric here on my shoulder, I'm going to pinch my shoulder blade together first and then pull the weight towards my hip. Shoulder and then arm. And this way, we strengthen the muscles responsible for achieving a good position in the shoulder and then keeping a good position while the arm is doing its movement. And remember, the support arm, we're not pushing away, but instead we're keeping that retraction. Keep this in mind when you're doing your supported row, and you'll keep your shoulders safe while you're doing the work to build the upper back and shoulders. This is a really important movement, and in today's society, we want to try to pull towards us 3 times as often as we develop our ability to push away. Most of the time this is backwards, and people do most of their chest pressing and their shoulders. We want to actually build our ability to pull towards us, build the upper back and shoulders. And paradoxically enough, the stronger you are on the back side of your body, the more you'll be able to cultivate the strength that the front of your body can create. The upper back and shoulders are responsible for keeping the scapula in the right place, that's your shoulder bone, while your arms do the movement. And if your chest and shoulders are strong enough, or if your upper back is weak enough that they lose that position every time you do a movement, well, then you're going to be doing premature wear and tear for the joints. So build the upper back, keep the shoulder blades retracted, keep them safe and strong, and work on that rowing motion with one hand on support on this object. All right, hope this is helpful. See you next time.